Now, what if everything you've been taught about perimenopausal weight loss is completely wrong? And that low-calorie diet and low-carbohydrate diet and long cardio workouts is not only affecting your hormones, but actually damaging your whole metabolic system. Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about fast weight loss strategies for women over 40, especially if you're going through perimenopause. Let's get started. Hey, Julia Tabet here, and together with my husband Paul Tabet, we are certified holistic nutritionists with over 12 years of experience and over 500 lives that we've changed, and we're here to help you optimize your hormonal balance. If you're brand new here, we publish regular videos to help you with your hormones, so hit subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. When you hit perimenopause, there are a lot of changes, hormonal changes, that your body starts to go through, and your estrogen starts to decline and your progesterone starts to decline, and the way your body stores fat starts to change. So your body starts to prioritize midsection for that fat storage. So if you're wondering, it's like, why am I gaining weight here? Why here? Why in my belly? It's because the way your body is prioritizing fat storage. Now, the good news is that you can lose weight despite going through perimenopause and hormonal changes. And not only that, you can actually improve your hormonal function, and you can improve your mental state and your energy levels, also the way you look, your skin, and your whole body. So in today's video, we're going to dive into the strategies. And by the way, we've got a free perimenopause reset plan with strategies and recipes to help you optimize your hormones. All you need to do is grab it here by the link that you see on the screen, or go to the description section and download it right away. Now, before we dive into weight loss, you really need to understand that you are going through a big shift in your life. And yes, we ladies in our 40s, high achieving, successful ladies, like to juggle a few things, and we've got family, and we've got career, and we've got personal goals and our health goals, and we've got social life and so forth. So stress levels can be high during that time of life because we're active and we are doing a lot of things. Kids are growing up and we need to be there for them, and we also want to achieve things in our career. And guess what starts to happen, or can start happening, if you don't prioritize things the right way? Your stress levels go up. Your ability to deal with stress starts to reduce as you go through your hormonal shifts. It's just a natural thing that happens. So that starts to trigger your cortisol levels, and all of a sudden you are ending up with the cortisol levels that are too high because you are too stressed. Or on the other hand, your cortisol levels might have declined, and that change in your cortisol levels started to trigger your whole metabolic system. So your thyroid function starts to go down. What does thyroid do? Well, it controls your metabolism. It's the master gland when it comes to controlling your metabolism. And just to prove the point, this is the study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, and they found that 26%, so that's a quarter of perimenopausal women, develop subclinical hypothyroidism that can obviously affect your metabolism. So what starts to happen is that you start to gain weight. And of course, when you gain weight, it's not just the actual weight that you carry, it's also the way it makes you feel. So you start to feel uncomfortable. So it's not just sat there, it's creating inflammation in your body, which can lead to further diseases in the future. So I know at this stage you are searching for answers, and this is why you are watching this video, and you are a committed person. You want to do what's right for you. And one of the things that you will start coming across is that you need to reduce your carbohydrate intake, and you need to increase your protein, and you need to increase your fat intake. So basically you're reducing carbs. Maybe some will even suggest the dangerous practice of reducing your calories in order to help you lose weight. And this is why this is a very dangerous path for you to follow. Here is a study from Frontiers in Endocrinology, and it demonstrated that low-calorie diets increase cortisol by up to 18% in perimenopausal women. So the very hormone making you store fat is increased by the diet that you are using to lose weight. Another study shows that reducing your calories can reduce your T3 levels, and that starts to affect your thyroid. So your body, literally your metabolism, slams the brakes on because it thinks that you are starving. Now here is the secret of eating lots of food and feeling satiated, but naturally consuming fewer calories than you would have consumed on a junk food diet. You are switching to whole plant foods. You are not restricting your calories. You are eating sufficient amount of calories for your body, and maybe you want to reduce it by just 200 or so a day to create that slight calorie deficit without actually affecting your performance and energy levels. But you're focusing on plant foods. And what will happen is this: especially if you eat a lot of fresh produce and you have in smoothies and fruits and salads, it's very difficult to overeat on plant foods. So what's going to happen is that you're going to have big volumes of food. Volume-wise, you're going to be eating abundance of food, delicious, colorful, healthy for your body and for your hormones, hormone-boosting foods. But you will naturally be eating fewer calories if compared to a lot of cooked processed food that you would have eaten in the past, and even certainly if compared to animal foods. So what you're doing now is that you are literally helping your body to detoxify itself, which is super important. Your liver health, your gut health is very important when it comes to assisting you through menopause and the perimenopause and then menopause after that. So for example, there is a study that shows that plant foods diets are actually great for your thyroid, and they can help your thyroid to function better. So you are following a proven diet that is amazing for your hormones, that's not going to create a lot of inflammation and toxicity in your body, that is going to assist you in repair. And of course, on top of all that, yes, you're going to introduce exercise. Diet by itself is going to help you lose weight. And a lot of our clients lose weight even before they start going to the gym, and they release those 15, 20 pounds in 60 days, eating all the plant foods, carbohydrates that they desire, not dieting, not following any rigid keto, low carb, low calorie protocols. And let's talk about the specifics of it. So when you eat a plant foods diet, you're naturally going to eat a lot of fiber. So whole foods, plant foods diet is going to lead to fiber binding that excess estrogen and then driving it out of the body. So you're not going to end up with estrogen dominance because you are following a naturally high fiber diet. So that's the first benefit. The second one is plant foods are really high in phytonutrients, and that's going to drive that inflammation down in your body. Now, inflammation drives your weight gain, and what is going to happen when you eat a plant foods diet is that plant foods are naturally high in phytonutrients. So they will help you reduce that inflammation, making weight loss much simpler. The third benefit is that when you eat a high carbohydrate diet, it boosts your serotonin levels. So many clients of ours come to us with anxiety or depression, and they really feel down and overwhelmed by life. And what happens when they eat sufficient amount of calories and sufficient amount of carbohydrates, they start to feel amazing. And many of our clients, we've coached clients with PTSD and depression, and they started to smile for the first time in their life. They started to see this life in different colors, in multiple colors, instead of just black and white colors. And all that happened as a result of the right plan. So it can create dramatic effect on your happiness levels as well. And of course, by focusing on plants and making sure that you're consuming enough plant foods protein, you will supply your body with sufficient amount of protein without overwhelming your kidneys that animal protein can do. And here is another thing that's amazing. When you eat sufficient amount of carbohydrates, which you will on a plan, it's a healthy carbohydrate diet plan. So you're not restricting your carbs or sugar intake, healthy sugar, whole food sugar intake. Your body receives a signal that it's not starving. So your metabolic system can start balancing itself, and perhaps the damage that you've done to it in the past can start repairing. So here is our client Mary, an amazing transformation that happened in just 2 months after following our diet plan. So she balanced her hormones, she reversed pre-diabetes, she did not need to go on diabetes medication, which is an amazing win by itself. She also reversed her fatigue and inflammation, so she suffered from arthritis. And as well as that, also just created a much happier, more vibrant life for herself. And that's what can happen when you adopt the right nutrition plan that can help you rebuild your hormones and also your whole body. And if you want us to help you personally optimize your hormones so you're not experiencing hot flashes of fatigue, you are able to lose up to 20 pounds in 60 days while eating delicious carbohydrates and following a sustainable plan that can sustain you through perimenopause, menopause, and beyond that. Let's hop on a free 15-minute hormone health audit call. So we'll have a look at your current situation, we'll assess your hormones, some of the key root causes, and see if our program can help you regain your health. So the link for that is on the screen in the description section. Just go and book yourself a slot if you're serious and committed to restoring your health. Now, since thyroid health is so important when it comes to perimenopause and menopause and weight loss, I'm going to link this video to another video where I am going to dive deeper into the health of thyroid, the thyroid health, and also specific strategies that will allow you to monitor it the right way and optimize it. See you there.